guys, we are back with Messy on Purpose, and I have Lee here, my new sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
He is a constant.
Well, okay, you can call me Lee, but I sometimes go by Zell. But it is a bit.
He's my friend, and
AKA
he's called Lee.
Lee. Yeah, see? Okay, fine. AKA Zell. The reason being, you know the story behind that?
No, you can go ahead and tell it.
Okay, the story is that when I was an actor, I got my Screen Actors Guild card. Luckily, I did a Ford documentary that changed into a commercial, a national commercial, and they Taft-Hartley'd me into the Screen Actors Guild. And then from there, I kind of did a lot of acting and kind of went to school for acting too as well. A tiny bit of directing, less directing, but more acting. So I loved Denzel Washington and then Zell. So, and Washington, Aston. So Zell Aston was what I came up with. So it's kind of my name. So I kind of went back to that because for whatever reason, Instagram decided that I was bad, I guess. And I mean, I don't know. That's the only thing. What did I do on Instagram? Because they don't tell you. They suspend your account and you're done, and you can appeal, but you don't know what you did. So to all those people that have been making money on IG or any of these platforms, and when they just do that, it's kind of disheartening. So
it is. It's really hard with those because they don't give you a lot of room to like defend yourself.
Mm-hmm.
They just shut you down, and then it's just like, if we don't feel like it, we don't feel like it.
Yeah, if you said something bad about the president or whoever, they're going to shut you down. I'm not going to say anything bad because I don't want you to get shut down. I would never say anything bad anyway. It's just politics. Politicians are politicians. They're going to do what they're going to do. It is what it is. But, you know, honestly, it's like we should be able to, you know, have somewhat freedom of speech, I guess.
You know what's in our Constitution?
What's that?
Freedom of speech.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. So, I mean, I regardless of people are saying, we have a lot more freedoms here than a lot of other countries do, like, you know, stuff with Venezuela and stuff like that.
More than every other country.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm very American and very happy that we're able to even sit here and be able to be talking about this in itself because our phones aren't tapped and stuff like that.
I mean, they probably are, but
not as not like a loyalist is going to come get us and take us away, you know, when I get to my house or something like that.
It's not China.
Yeah, exactly. You know, or Venezuela. So basically, So that's a hot topic.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Well, first off, look at the new digs. Everybody, this is the first podcast of many to come.
Yeah.
I have a seat over there, which is going to be cool. I'm going to have my own little camera looking at me.
When he's not here.
When I'm not here. But this is great because I feel like it's like that cool party you get invited to that no one else gets invited to. So I get a chance to hang out with you and another guest, or me and you just as your guest or whatever, and kind of go from there.
It's cool because you're like one of the few people that I would want to do this with because it's really hard to find good people. We were just talking about that the other day, how hard it is to have those like real friends.
Absolutely.
Not people that just want something from you.
Yeah. Well, I do want something from you. I just had orange. I talked about it before. I'm sorry. Me and Justin just stuffed down 2 orange cinnamon rolls. So I'm sorry. I had to say that. But yes, I get what you're saying. I don't want anything from you per se. I just want to be your friend and hang out with you guys.
Hey, yeah, it's not like you expected. I do those things to be nice.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And same with you coming here. You help me with all of this, first of all. These mics, absolutely amazing. I'll see how many times I bump it. But he also is setting up my other little sound thing. So that
but I'm gonna leave that one there too as well.
Okay. Yeah, if you just show me how to use things,
easy.
I could do it too.
It's already set up. Boom. Recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but him doing all of that for me is amazing, and you don't have to do that. You don't have to be a part of this, but I love that you are.
You invited me, so I'm like, I kept thinking about it. I didn't want to say yes to something that didn't feel right, but like it was easy because you made everything. So it's just a lot of fun. And I think that throughout this next year of 2026, 2026, I think that, you know, some incredible things might be happening. And it already is. You work so hard. And I want to say this too. I wrote this in a text message to you. You know, likes or no likes, the stuff that you're doing for people and just, you know, innately just for yourself, because you're pushing out things you're telling yourself, but you live by the things that you're talking about. And I like that about you. You have a lot of integrity about who you actually are, who Justin is. And you mean what you say what you mean. So I like that about you, Fylisha. It's pretty dope.
I appreciated your message. The timing of it was so perfect.
Was it really?
It really was. The other text message I got was at literally a day before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So It was really nice to hear all that, and I really
It's the truth. I mean, I'm neither of us. I mean, maybe. Well, I would say neither of us shy away from the harder things. I think I do shy away, but I think that the older I get, more I'm learning about myself in this world. I think that people will appreciate those conversations, even though it might be hard for me to say some things to people. But just watching how you maneuver through the world, you say conversations, and something upsets you, you're going to tell the truth. It's not a bad thing. It's just mainly it's what your truth is, and so why let that fester up inside of you? And you don't do it in a way that. I mean, I think people take it upon themselves to be angry at something or feel bad, like you made me feel bad, but they have to own your stuff. And so I think I like the way you move. So,
well, what you say and how you say it matters, right? But at the same time, you can't control how other people interpret what you have to say.
Absolutely.
So if somebody is feeling bad about themselves, a post that I put out there, every single one has nobody targeted in general.
None.
I don't have a single person picked. Yeah. And I record these videos months in advance. I had 90 days worth of videos. I'm just now like halfway through them. Mm-hmm. And so how could I single out anyone if I have 90 pre-recorded videos?
No, you're not. I think people take what they want to hear, and typically people will take the negative things as opposed to taking the positive. It's tough. You have to undergo self-work about yourself, and kind of not really, you can't self-therapize therapy on yourself.
You can. I have.
But I guess more of introspectively, I think if you're really looking deeply inside of yourself, going, if you own every moment of yourself saying, you know what did I do? As opposed to, what did she say to me? Mm-hmm. I'm like, what did I do in this situation to cause her to react like that?
Or even if something triggers you, whether it's a quote, a video of somebody talking about something, or whatever it is, and you're getting upset, look to why that's upsetting you, not who the person is and what they said. Because 9 times out of 10, most of the things on social media are not related to you.
Yeah, that is gold right there. I repeat that again, because that's.
You have to look into yourself if something is triggering you. So when somebody insults me, I actually don't look at it like I did something wrong. Mm-hmm. I usually look at it like they have something insecure and they're lashing out. And that's usually because something I did triggered that insecurity within them, and vice versa. If something makes me react that I don't really have a justification, because sometimes you do. Like sometimes people do you wrong. That happens, but that's not what I'm referring to.
No, but that's really important to notice. I mean, my mom was here a little while ago, and I, she's my everything, and I love her. She was here for about 2 weeks, and some things started to irk me about her, but that wasn't about her. It was about me. Like, it was solely about me. And Mom, if you're watching this, nothing, you did nothing. It was more of when I saw something that was irking me about something, or someone annoys me, it's because I see myself inside of them. And that's the part that I don't like about myself. So that's why I said it was gold, because I understand myself, and I go, you know what? Now I don't attack other people. Well, why are you doing that? It's like, well, why do I do that? And why do I not like that about this person? Because I don't like something about myself that I see inside of them. Every message that you're saying to somebody else is a message to yourself. And you said it before.
Because if you're confident in who you are and what you're doing, you're not going to care as much of what goes on around you.
You're not.
I'm not paying attention to other people. I'm never paying attention to other people, really, unless I truly care. And then I'm usually addressing something like, hey, something seems up, but like, I'm not going to attack somebody for no reason. And so a good example is Justin's buddy Lewis, the one that was for Thanksgiving. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I kind of give him a little bit of a hard time, because I think he should upgrade his life and live to his potential. And I keep bugging him to find a new job. You know what I mean? But like, I'm not doing that because I want to be mean. I'm doing that because I see potential in it.
Absolutely.
But I'm not going to waste my time on people who aren't being the best versions of themselves or have the potential to be that person. And I'm also not going to attack people who don't even understand that they have, you know what I mean? Like, it's
why waste your time, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not going to focus on all these people around me, especially on things that like I'm trying to fix in myself. Mm-hmm. And it's just that self-awareness.
Well, how do you, for people that are listening or watching, how do you come to a place of reconciliation of self? Like, how do you become a lot more self-aware?
it takes work.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of
A
work.
lot.
So I used to, and you wouldn't have even known the person I was,
Really?
you know, before. Like I used to shut down. I used to hide in the shadows. I used to, you know, dim myself around people because I didn't want to outshine anyone. I never spoke up. But
Really?
all through school,
Really?
I didn't speak up. I was still the person that like didn't care to carry a tampon through the hallway, but like I didn't speak up most of the time. I was very quiet. And a lot of that was how I grew up. I didn't feel like I could do that. And so it took a lot. I mean, I was a freaking mess. And I would say none of that really started to change until I would say the breaking point was Vegas, moving to Vegas.
Okay.
But it all started when I first moved. Well, not even first moved. I would say when I quit drinking alcohol.
Wow.
That was the first, because alcohol is something that people use to, they numb themselves. So now you can be whoever you want to be and not care about anyone around you. That's also why people who drink don't like it when you don't drink.
Yeah, they're always like the party stops with you. But like, wait, why do you have to have a party with me? And why do I have to be the one that's drinking to have a party? Like you said, everybody shuts down different ways. Drinking for you, mainly for me, I know when I'm not doing well is when I gain a crap ton of weight. You know, I was like 227 pounds, a super just obese. I mean, obese in my own way. I mean, like I don't like the way I looked, and I hide with food, and so something's wrong in my life. And then I think a lot of times, because you work out a lot, and Justin does too. I work out a little bit, but I mainly do a lot more dieting now than I ever have.
He's getting into it again.
I'm getting into it again. Yeah. But I think the thing for me is that when I hide, it's the reflection for me is like Lee's not doing well when Lee is eating weight. I just don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't care. And it's like this self-hate that happens within inside of me. And I know when I'm doing well because I can look in the mirror and I go, I'm proud of myself.
Do you remember when you were down in the dumps and I was like, hey, we should catch up, and we caught up, and the first thing I said to you?
No, I don't remember, but I mean, you knew that something was wrong.
I asked if something was wrong, and then I asked if you've been going to the gym.
Yeah, and that's and yeah, my buddy, you know, one of my two of my best friends, Darren and also Maurice, he's a therapist, and he never does any therapy, but he asked me questions, and that's good therapists are always going to ask you questions that you can answer to find your own answer within that. And he just, you know, he's such an amazing person because he's like, so what's going on right now? And he's like, and his first question is like, so have you been active? And a lot of things, and I'm not saying this for everybody, but I think generally,
no,
90%
it's for
of
everybody.
You know, if you're active and you're not just sitting around the house and waiting for something to happen in your life, for me, now what I do is if something feels off, and Mo would always tell me, he's Maurice, but he'd tell me, go to the gym. Because when you're active, that just, you know, press it out. I mean, if you got to cry, do that ugly cry while at the gym. It happened one time. I was at the gym, Planet Fitness. It's like I was tearing up and thinking about things and mad about things, and just get into the gym. Get active. Don't sit there and just be a bum. Sorry. I mean, like.
You don't even have to go to the gym. Go for a walk.
And walking.
It's free.
You know what? Amen to that. Walking is so powerful. I never used to walk all the time. Sit in my house and that's another thing too. If you self-isolate, worst thing for you.
Oh, 100%.
The sun is free. That air is free. And, you know, another thing that he'd always ask me is like, what are you grateful for? And I know for a fact, people, you got some gems on your sister, you got some gems on your podcast. What are you grateful for? We can be so mad. About what? I woke up this morning. We didn't have bombs, you know, hitting us. I went outside today for a perfect walk until the devil's asshole opens up when the heat comes to Vegas again. But, you know, sorry, guys, but for that, you might have to bleep that out of order. But I'm just saying, I'm the truth. It's 118 outside, but I see you out there sweating. This girl, if you see, go back into her IG or even on TikTok.
Some water.
You got the water, and sometimes you have a vest on you and Justin. Hey, we're out here. I'm like, damn, just with the beard and stuff like that, So, yeah, I just, the stuff that you've been doing, for the past couple of years with this podcast, I don't know if it's been 2 years. Has it been 2 years or a year and a half?
It's been a year.
It feels like almost 2 years, but.
I started at the week of Christmas in 2024.
Really? That was like right after we had a little Christmas party with the cookies and stuff like that. By the way, Thanksgiving, Christmas, she always invites me. It's like, I I know that I'm family because Justin's like super cool. Your husband's awesome. And I know that you guys have a great relationship because you guys work at it. Because, I mean, I was married for 16 years, divorced now. And, you know, I know that I own 50% of that relationship as well as she did. But I'm okay with saying that I messed up. She might, you know, not say that either, but it doesn't matter what she says. My closure is I know that I didn't do the things that I needed to do to potentially keep her as a wife. But I see you guys working after it. And it's not always, you know, candy canes and, you know, like Candyland or whatever it is. It's work.
It's work.
Friendships are work.
Every relationship you have is work.
Absolutely.
If you want it to be a good relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's been neat to see the process of myself and you guys and just being in Vegas for almost 6 years for me now. So, I mean, I didn't think I would like it here, but I kind of do.
I love it here.
I do.
I don't always love everyone here,
Right?
but I do love it. I
really do. I don't like the heat, but I'm used to it now. Like 108, I can mess with that.
I think it just gets to the point where it's so hot you stay inside, but anywhere else it gets so cold that you stay inside. So
True.
It's kind of a trade-off,
Right.
unless you live in SoCal or like definitely like San Diego. Like you're just complaining.
San Diego is one of probably the better cities. I mean, San Francisco's, you know, I'm from the Bay Area, SF, and I grew up in Presidio. My dad, like in the 70s or whatever, but it's changed a lot. I mean, San Francisco's not what it used to be, but San Diego's always remained San Diego.
We were only there for a short period of time, but it was the best dumplings I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Oh my God. Amazing.
Where's this place called?
I have to ask Justin, but
dumplings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a place.
I guess the Asian food just there in general is supposed to be
Really?
amazing.
Well, same with the Mexican food. I mean, there are good Mexican food places here, and don't get me wrong, but I'm from Cali, so California's Mexico. I mean, I'm sorry. We have great, authentic Mexican food.
I don't know. I haven't had a lot of good Mexican food here.
I haven't either. But there's a couple places that you can get, like Al Pastor. Oh my gosh, it's right by the Wynn. I forget what it's called, but there's a taco place over there, and they just chop that stuff off, and it's delicious. I mean,
Tacos El Gordo, right?
It might be. You don't like tacos El Gordo?
It was good for like when we first moved here, but the last time we went there, it was kind of just like sloppy and like the portions are smaller than they used to be.
What? They're massive when I went there.
You ever near Pasadena? You have to stop and get.
I believe. Well, you're in California again. You're in California again.
I know.
Yeah.
But Vito tacos are like kind of ruined tacos for Justin. He's a big taco guy. I'm not.
Yeah, me too.
But,
yeah, street tacos are like. I mean,
Vito tacos is they make the corn tortillas.
Yeah.
And then they fry the cheese on it.
Oh,
and then
that's like moolah.
Granny's back there like making the tortilla.
Absolutely,
It's legit.
Yeah.
And so it ruined tacos for him, and he's many times drove 3 hours out of his way to get those tacos.
At 104 miles an hour?
Shh.
Justin.
We don't talk about speed. I'm just as bad.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, I want to give a shout out to Doc because I just heard a story about Justin driving past 104 miles an hour, and you know the DUI doctor, if you don't know him, Adam Vanderhayden, and he's a phenomenal lawyer. Give him a shout out, but he kind of got everything knocked down because it could have been crazy.
Yeah.
I just heard that story today.
Could have been. I mean, the cop only did it for like 85, but
right.
Yeah, it was nice.
It could have been way worse, but
take care of your take care of your tickets.
Yeah, and if you don't have a great lawyer, Adam is a great lawyer. I think he does. He mainly does what? He mainly does DUI stuff, but
it's criminal law.
He does criminal law too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's criminal law. Yeah, that is exactly what he does.
Yeah.
So
because I asked him if he just did DUIs one time, and
he does criminal law. Yeah, but he's an amazing lawyer. He's one of many here. I actually, when I first came to Las Vegas, I actually did about 350 mortgages, and so I did. I was a notary, but I did all the stuff for that, and I did. What's his name? He's on all the billboards. Navi.
Oh.
I did him, yeah. I came to his house, he's like, you don't know me? I'm like, and I was brand new to Vegas. I'm like, no, I don't. You know, he had a beautiful wife and kid and stuff like that.
He's like, how do you not know me? I'm on everything.
I know. I was at Seven Hills. But I'm like, oh, I said, you're the guy on the billboards. I said, I didn't. Then I finally put two and two together. I'm like, oh, so I did his loan. It was crazy. He's like, I got to go. And he came out of the car. But it's so funny that I actually did his loan being here first few weeks, you know, here in Las Vegas. Or not a few weeks, but maybe 3 months down the line or whatever. But yeah, my first year here in Las Vegas, meeting him. He's really nice.
Crazy how small this city is.
It really is, and everybody knows everybody.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I mean, I know now.
there's connections all over the place. It's weird how they connect. So, Justin's broker, well, I don't know the structure, but anyways, Eric that he works under on his team, his media guy, Austin, which we showed you his stuff earlier. What's funny is we actually met Austin at a real estate meetup when we first moved here, and we were going to a bunch of them.
Okay.
And then he ended up buying our Highlander, and then circle around to today. Now he's like doing media stuff with Justin and Eric out on,
That's
industrial properties. So it's just crazy how small of a world it is.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, Justin sold me a truck too, which I really like. It's my little 4Runner. So I'm never going to give that truck. Well, if I did give the truck up, it would go to Ryan, and Ryan is...
He already called dibs.
He already called dibs. He's the only one. It's just like, because he's Hawaiian, so I just got back from Hawaii.
Oh, he's gonna ruin it. He's gonna bro-doze it.
No. But he's here. He's here. So, but he's not gonna take it back there. But
no. They bro-doze a lot of vehicles here, though, like the Hawaiians.
Oh yeah,
they're always like the lifted ones.
Yeah, exactly. He might. I mean, he really likes it. And I went back there, met a lot of his family and stuff like that, and being in Oahu, and I shot a podcast on the beach, kind of like this, but we had some more equipment, cam ops and stuff like that. So it was really nice. It looks beautiful. I've been cutting that together. We did like 5 podcasts on Oahu. And two things I fell in love with. Black man's kryptonite is sodium. Not all, but it's a lot of sodium because they have these things called musubi. And musubi is spam that's been fried up, in a pan.
I've never had spam, and I just don't know if I could do it.
It's Fylisha. It is.
It looks like bologna in a can.
When you cook it, Fylisha, I thought the same thing too as well. On a bed of rice with seaweed wrapped around it, a little teriyaki sauce. It is delicious. And for those people who know, don't worry, she hasn't had it before, so you can't get mad at her. So don't come for us in the comments. But for those people,
come for me, because I probably still won't like it.
Well, I'm gonna make her. I'm gonna bring some, and we're gonna have musubi on the next episode. So I'm gonna bring some musubi, and I'll, you cook. Phenomenal cook over here. And even Russell cooks awesome. He said he's not even in her league.
I'm trying to learn. If anyone can teach me better ways to make like Thai and like Chinese and like any kind of Asian food, I'd love to learn better.
You know what? Okay. So the Filipinos out there, let's get some people, and Russell has family that can teach you how to make one of my favorite things, lumpia. And lumpia, come on, guys. Get in the comments. Tell us who we need to go to. And what we'll do is we could do a on-set kind of thing where we mic some people up, and we could do like a podcast where you're making some lumpia.
There's room in my kitchen.
That's true. Let's go.
I upgraded my kitchen.
It's perfect. So yeah, we'll do it at daytime, we'll just do it like that and watch you make some lumpia.
We're going to do a little pool party this summer, too, and I'm going to smoke some meat.
Okay, listen, guys. There's a chili that she makes that you probably will never have.
It's a lot of work.
It's a 3-meat chili, and there's no beans on it. I'm not saying for those who like beans and chili, I'm not trying to tell you that, you're bad, but...
It's so much better without them.
Yeah, that's what I am saying. And I've had it. It's delicious. And it's spicy. If you don't like spicy, no bueno. But if you know Fylisha, maybe you might get it.
But it's all smoked meat.
That's ridiculous. Sorry.
I think the only thing that would make it better is to like smoke a brisket and shred that up.
Did you do that before?
No, it was chuck roast.
I think that might add some... I don't know. Right now, I just think it's great the way it is. I've had it twice. And you gave me a lot of it too, because Justin's like, it's too spicy for him. Because he likes spice, but it was a little bit too spicy for him, right?
Yeah. Digestion doesn't work as well.
I'm telling you right now, I had it. It might have been 3 months old, but it was in the freezer. And
I forgot about that.
No, but it didn't matter. It was so delicious. I mean, it was like it is. And I warmed it up, and man, it was delicious. So I really appreciate your cooking. So I love to eat. So that's why
we're gonna do small get-togethers this summer because now I have the yard for it.
This new place, the new digs, is super nice. We have so much room. The other room was like not even half the size.
It was much smaller.
I mean, maybe it was half.
Well, maybe it felt like that too. So remember the backdrop came out to probably.
Oh, it did.
Here,
okay, so I never saw the whole room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it came out pretty far. So.
But yeah, because the stands and stuff that I had to hold on to.
Yeah.
But this is I love everything here. This is great. It's.
I got my books just in case you want to talk about some books.
That that'd actually be pretty good. I don't know if I'm looking at what you've got here. I don't know if I've read any of these.
Well, if there's anything you want to borrow, feel free.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
There's some good ones. This one, if you haven't read
What's this one?
Unfuck Yourself, this one is really good.
You know what? I was going to start to read that.
It's really good.
I wish you said to be rich. I like that.
That one's really good. If you need to get, you probably don't need that, but it's just to like help you know what bank accounts to open. What
I
know the credit.
I need that. Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, take and read it.
That. Yeah.
That one's a super easy one too because you can kind of skim through and go to the parts that you actually need.
I like that. You know, I might actually. I have so many credits in my. I like to listen and walk and really fast. I think I'll write some of these down because then we can start talking about some. Because I think that's great for everyone to know.
You should take the book too.
Yeah, you're right.
And you can kind of follow along while you listen, and you get it more.
Yeah.
Justin taught me that, and it actually helps a lot because
visual and audio.
Very similar as me. Like I can do multiple things at once, but when it comes to just kind of reading and focusing on one thing, I struggle with that. So like having both really help. And I think it's just like the ADHD, like your brain's just kind of, so it helps me focus in better.
It's really weird because, you know, I went to college and I got excellent grades. So
I sucked at school.
Yeah, so I don't know how I'm able to do it. I mean, like when I talk, it's not the same as me listening, and I just lock in. I don't know. I mean, like chemistry, I was an engineer for 3 years at Davis.
You can just focus.
I lock in. I mean, I know you don't see that, and a lot of people don't see that, but like I went to UC Davis. That's on the quarter system. For those who went to Davis, that shit is hard. It's not easy. I do lock in, but my typical self, like you said, I'm like, huh? But you can multitask.
I can multitask.
I don't know how you do that.
But like fully focus on one thing is actually hard.
Yeah.
So I think that's the difference. Like I can do multiple things at once. Like I can see what's on the television, do whatever I'm doing on my computer, and have a conversation at the same time.
What did you happen? Like, oh, that happened here, and he's in love with that one right there, and yeah.
We just did it again with another show.
You did?
Won't be watching that anymore because I'm not rewatching it.
What shows? Have you been watching any shows lately?
Landman.
Everybody. Okay, no.
Have you not watched it?
No, I have not. Why is this?
So it's on Paramount. I gave you my login.
I didn't even use it yet because I've been, I had moms here and stuff like that. So I got it. Everyone's been talking about that. So I got to
100% watch that. It's so good.
It is
so good.
Really it's on right?
Season 2, and there's a new episode on Sundays. I don't
really?
think there's a lot left, but
that's fine. I mean, it's perfect for me.
But yeah, you'll be able. It's one of those that'll suck you in. Really? We stayed up until midnight a couple of days. Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah. She goes to bed at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock is like her latest.
Yeah.
12?
Yeah.
Wow. It must be a good show.
It's good.
Okay.
It's good.
All right. Well, I got to check that out. Landman. That's everyone's. Costas Schuler, a guy that I work with, and one of my really good friends. He's out in Florida now. We used to have our coffee in the morning. We worked at the same place, and I worked at this place that was like a Christian-based place would help people that were on heroin and just all type of meth and
kind of like a rehab type place.
Yeah. And so Dana Bryant was one of these people that I worked for, and she was absolutely really cool, and they had a way in which they help people. So my reason being is that, I mentioned Costas' name, but he was telling me about Landman, and we would have our coffee in the morning. And at first, Dana would always like, you guys are always late for me. We weren't really late for meetings, but I had to do our coffee. So she finally gave up and said, go get your coffee and come back to the meeting. And then we would Costas would do our little thing and sit for 15, 20 minutes and then head back over to Dana. So Dana, if you're seeing this, we love you. And thanks for letting us get our coffee, because me and Costas had to have our coffee in the morning. So one of those things.
Those coffee.
Oh, man, those times. Santa Rosa is nice. I'm from Santa Rosa, so Santa Rosa is a really nice, quaint little town. It's a wine country, sleepy town, and I miss it. I'm going to be going back, I think, on the 21st of this month, January, so it'd be interesting to see everybody. When I usually go, if they do watch it, I don't know when people watch this, but we'll see, because when people call me, like, I know you're going to be in my city, because typically I don't tell anybody, because as soon as I go, it's like everyone is calling me, which is it's just a good feeling, because I have a lot of friends there, so.
You're lucky, because when I go back home,
what do you do?
Nobody calls me.
Oh,
Most of the time, even if I reach out, nothing. So,
well, it's nice, and they're really true friends like you. I've got a lot of high school and junior high friends that I went to even grade school too as well, that are there. So it's interesting. It's nice. It's nice to feel that warmth and love from people that you've given that same kind of energy back to as well.
Yeah, like I said before, it's really hard to find good, genuine people.
It really is.
You don't have to have a million friends. You really don't. And it's much better to have a small circle of real people than a bunch of friends. I actually seen a clip on social media. I can't remember which one it was, but I seen a clip of a guy talking about how if you have a bunch of friends or like you have a ton of people around you all the time, you're still fake. Because you're faking relationships. No, not all of those are real. And it's so true. It's so true, because the more you get real with who you are, the more you want the same around you. And those people are not everyone that's in your circle. Absolutely. You're going to slim it down.
Yeah, it's interesting. When you say that, when you were talking, what I got out of that too as well, which is what you said that I got out of it. But the other part that I got from me is that I'm actually by myself a lot, because I don't have a girlfriend or anything like that. So I'm, single, and I just by myself, which I don't mind. But, as Mo would always say, being by yourself, I learned a lot. I learned how to be with myself and in my own stuff. So that's a bit of therapy too as well. Because when you have to sit with yourself sometimes, if you don't like yourself, how the hell are you going to like anybody else?
Or how is anyone going to like you?
Right.
I don't expect anyone to like me when I was at my worst. Like, if you sit down and you analyze where you're at when you were at your worst, I wouldn't have wanted to be friends with me.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Do you like yourself?
And I absolutely love myself.
Me too.
This might sound conceited, but I know who I am and what I have and how much I give and like what I can do and what
Absolutely.
I'm capable of. And I'm quite proud of where I'm at. It's not the finished version.
No.
And it's always a work in progress, but I'm very, very happy with where I'm at.
That's good. That's really good. That's I don't think a lot of people can say that. And that's not a slight on anyone that's listening or watching us. But I think that's a great place to be, is to know. One question that Mo would always ask me as a therapist is, are you a fan of yourself? What kind of thoughts are going through your head right now? Are they good thoughts or bad thoughts about you? And that's a great place to look at. Like, a lot of stuff I'm saying about myself is really super negative. I don't have those thoughts going through my mind anymore. I used to.
And occasionally you still might. There's not every day that I wake up, look in the mirror and go, wow, I look good today. Like that doesn't happen all the time, I'm like, dang, I look tired, or, but like, as long as you're not completely putting yourself down.
Yeah. The self-hate is real. We do it a lot, to ourselves. And the funny thing about it, I told somebody one time they were having a tough time. Not that I haven't had a tough time, because I try to give out what I've been given. And I said, be kind to yourself. Fuck, man. This world is hard enough, but you give so much to everybody else. You give everyone else that leeway to not be so nice to you. Can't you be kind to yourself? And we're not.
Well, and if you're not being kind to yourself, how do you expect other people to treat you the same?
Exactly.
I don't expect people to treat me better than I treat myself. Right. I should treat myself better than anyone else will treat me.
Absolutely. We don't. That's the problem. I think that's a bit of a problem. And I think that, that's the first place to start. Where are you inside of your own head? What kind of thoughts are ruminating, just the kind of this, what's taking up your time? Where's that space? Is that negative or is it positive? If it's positive, good for you. If it's a slightly negative, sometimes you can't get from really negative to really happy, but just one step forward. Can I be a little bit better than I was the other day? And it's hard for some people, and I don't, and nothing.
Well, it's hard for everyone.
Yes.
It's hard for everyone. There's just some people that have put the reps in longer than you. So if you look at somebody and they look like they have it together, that's because they put in the reps to get there. It's not because they didn't have a starting point that you're going to start at too.
Yeah, put in work.
Yeah.
And guess what? He always told me this. It's easy to put in the work and be grateful when you got, a $60,000, $100,000, $200,000 job. But what happens when you only make 20? And what happens when you can't pay those bills? That's the work. There lies the work. The reps don't happen when everything's fine and dandy and everything's perfect. The reps happen when the shit hits the fan.
Well, it's no different than a marriage. You have the honeymoon stage. Honeymoon stage fades, especially if you get into the marriage very, very early in the relationship, right? Everything's still fresh. It's new. But now you hit hardships. You have, bills coming in that you can't pay. Somebody lost their job. Maybe, having a kid really throws you for one. That's a lot of work on top of everything else that life already throws at you. All of those things pile up. Somebody passes away, whatever. That all piles up. And then now you have to navigate that with somebody else. And if you guys aren't on the same page and you haven't worked on that relationship, that's going to be even harder than it should be.
Yeah. Hopefully people are listening out there, because that's exactly what happens. You can go, I know, we did it. I mean, we'd go on a trip. Maybe I couldn't afford, she got me on the trip. We go to Hawaii or something like that, and everything's fine. It's fun, right? You go outside, and what happens when you get back home? You're back. As soon as you get on that plane going back home, there's going to be a fight that's going to happen. It happened to me. There's some sort of fight. You're not talking to each other and stuff like that, and the fun is over, and you're back on a plane, and reality sets in. I'm stuck with this knucklehead right here. Lee, me. I'm not going to talk about her.
Crap.
Crap. We got to, we got bills to pay. We got all these things happening. So, you're right. It's easy to be in a honeymoon phase in a relationship, even with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can get lost in that.
When things are good, when it feels good, when you're happy,
yeah,
it's great. But when things go wrong, you have to choose how you handle it. And all of that goes into controlling your emotions during that phase. You can't control your emotions to the point where you don't have them, right? Anger happens, being upset happens, depression happens, all that happens, but how you manage it is what gets you through it. And if you just let it suck you in and control you, now that's where you're in this place that you can't get out of, you can't crawl out of, because you didn't take control of your own life, your own self.
Right. No, that's exactly it. I mean, I have nothing to say about that except for yes, 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 yes. I mean, that's how do you deal? And back to the point again, be active.
It makes all the difference.
Be active.
Literally just some movement can help you just clear your head, and especially if you do it outside. If you go outside with the, sun shining, even though I know a lot of places don't have sunshine like we do, but like you just get outside, fresh air, it makes all the difference.
If my ex was watching this, she would tell you, she tried to get, I would get stuck sometimes, and I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't want to go for a walk or go outside and stuff like this. And I see, some of the frustration from her. I don't know if that would have saved anything, but she was definitely right about that. I needed to go out, walk more. She endured, a really bad version of myself. And I've been apologizing that for years in my own head to her or whatever, if she would allow me to. But I feel like that was a big part of what I did not do in my relationship. And I don't always want to talk about relationships or whatever, but I just know that I own it. I should have been a lot more active. And I look at myself in pictures. I'm like, man, how did she endured a lot, from me, from my lazy butt, like sitting around, not working out and super, I'm like, she tried, and I appreciate that from her.
Well, and that
100%.
Self-reflection really isn't even about the relationship. That's just about you in general, looking at you to see how you can be better in the future. There's nothing you can do about going back.
No.
We can't change anything in the past. There's nothing we can change.
I wouldn't want to.
No. But if you sit there and you look at it and you learn from those mistakes, not looking at the situation itself and, oh, poor me,
Right.
You're looking at it from a place of growth and learning, you'll get something out of it. And then moving forward, you won't make those mistakes again. And then the other thing is when those things happen, because you could fall into another depression. That can happen, right? Like anything can happen. We all do it. I get in little depression modes too. And it's all about what you can focus on. If you're going to continue to focus on the things that are out of your control, you're going to continue to dwell in that depression. If you start focusing on the things in your control and take action, because that action is key, now you can change your situation.
Yeah, you're right. I think that for me, like everything you said was absolutely the truth. And the only thing I would add is just to come from a place of that, this could be worse than what it actually is right now. And to be grateful and come from a place of, a gratitude, which when you're selfish, like I was, 7, 8 years, 10 years ago, you don't notice that. You're, poor me, poor me. That's not having gratitude. That is, being the absolute opposite of having gratitude. Because I woke up this morning, I'm very able-bodied, I don't want to say anything, but I can walk, I can do things, I have a brain, I'm better off. I ate today, some people didn't eat today. Some people didn't wake up having, a fresh and clear slate like I did. Somebody woke up in pain, somebody woke up with cancer, someone woke up with no arm. There's so many things that we can have, gratitude over. You have to look for that. That's a part of life that people don't want to hit. You have to look for those shiny moments in your life Even if it's just a small speck, but at least that small speck, you've got something.
Yeah.
You got to have hope.
You have to.
So,
and something that really helps me, so if I'm starting to feel a little on the negative side, which you've seen me do many times, is I do 30 days of gratitude. But I don't just do 30 days me writing down gratitude or saying it to myself or whatever it is. I do it on social media. And the reason I do it on social media is because that keeps you accountable. So now if you're like, I'm going to do 30 days and you've done 4 and you've quit, people see that.
Exactly.
And you either are going to go remove that because you're ashamed,
right,
or you're going to keep going. And so doing things to where you're accountable. And I'm not even saying use social media for it. You could use a friend.
Right.
Maybe I talk to you every single day and I say what I'm grateful for and see what you're grateful for. That's a way to stay accountable, because otherwise people struggle with that accountability. And if you don't have something holding you to it, it's really easy to fall off.
Absolutely. 1,000%. Keeping yourself accountable when you can't keep yourself accountable, having a friend do that for you is very, very powerful, because accountability, I think, Anthony Robbins has this 21 days to creating a habit. It takes 21 days. And I tell some of my friends that don't want to work out, and I do it for myself too as well. So whatever I'm telling them, I'm struggling with myself. A lot of times people don't understand that. Like when I'm talking to them, like, Lee's being passionate and being crazy and stuff like that. Like, I'm being crazy and passionate because I'm listening to what I'm saying, because I'm saying it for myself. Yeah. Can't you get that? Like, read a book. Like, let's get into some Joe Dispenza, like Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Let's go. Like, let's get this shit. Like, let's be accountable for each other. And if every human, and I know that just sounds really woo-woo and ethereal out there, but like if we could just do better 1% and take somebody by the arm and say, hey, Fylisha, I'm going to be accountable for you. I know that Justin is already, but like if you could do the same for me too as well. And like, hey, did you work out today?
And I do that all the time.
Oh, I know you do.
I don't even care who you are, how many people. I will still check in and be like, hey, are you doing what you're supposed to be doing?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly it. When you checked on me before, you said, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. You called me up and I wasn't doing great. It wasn't like going to end my life or anything like that, but it just wasn't in a great space. And, by you asking, that snapped me out of it. It really did. And so, if you have a person out there that you are friends with, have them just ask them, say, hey, could you be accountable for me? Like, can you just check on me? If it's just, it doesn't have to be every day, like you said. It could be once a week, twice a week. To, hey, how many steps you get in? Like, whatever. If you want to go to the gym, or if you're a writer, you want to write a book, can you be accountable for me to ask me if I, have written maybe 10 pages in 2 weeks on my book that I've always wanted to write? Easy. It's powerful.
Yeah. It's just an easy thing to do that really does help. But there's sometimes that not everyone's annoying like me, right? I'm going to check in just because that's just who I am. And that's how my brain works anyways. I'm very, but not everyone is like that. So, your friend may not know you need to be checked in on, or your partner, if you don't communicate, they ain't going to know that you need to be checked in on. Right. Like if I don't communicate that I am working on something and Justin doesn't know about it, how does he know to check in on me?
He doesn't.
Exactly. So that's where we have to take accountability if we want accountability, by taking the action to ask for that help.
People, stop being afraid to ask for help.
We can't read your mind.
But also, too, we don't do anything in this. I didn't come into this world by myself.
True.
Mom and pops, thank you. So you have to ask for help. I had one of my good friends, Jeff Cook, man, he helped me with, my English. I am American, but when you get to school, you feel very un-American, because when you go to English class, you feel like you can't even write. Like, what is this English language you're talking about? So he would help me with my papers. He's like, this is how my brain wasn't structured to write. I can do calculus, I can do numbers, and I can write screenplays and stuff like that. But for me to how my brain worked, it wasn't great to write research papers and stuff like that. So I had to have help. Jeff was an excellent writer. He always helped me with my English papers and stuff like that. So he didn't write them for me, but like he would help me. He's like, your brain, I get what you're saying, but it's not structured that way. So yeah, was I embarrassed? No, I've never been embarrassed to ask for help.
And I mean, I don't really ask for help unless I need to, which I did. I was like, I can't figure out this sound equipment for the life of me. Then he set all this up, so now I'm good. But I was like, please, I need your help.
Yeah, no, I mean, everybody's stuff works differently. And I've been doing this for years, so it's really easy and it's a pleasure.
And it's just like those small little things. You could have told me no, and then I would have figured it out. But
why waste that time when you don't, that's not your, you need to be in front, inspiring people. This other little technical stuff. And you also, too, you figured out, you've been editing, you've been using Opus. I mean, you're getting it. Like
I'm getting good at the editing
absolutely.
part, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of work, too, by the way. I mean, you've always known that, but it's a lot of work.
It's exhausting, but it's totally worth it. I love doing this. I
mean, I think that, this to me, and this is just like me just jumping non sequitur. This conversation feels better than all the other conversations, better than all the other conversations we've had in the past. But I feel like it's still on target, but like we didn't even talk about what we're going to talk about today.
We didn't even, no, I think we were going to talk about food. That was the plan.
I mean, part of it, like it went into something much deeper than that. I think whenever we get a chance,
it's better than our plan.
Yeah. I mean, some things are better on plan, but you and I can just talk forever all the time, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh, true. Just a conversation in general, just go.
Yeah, especially when we're talking about, self-help and people and loving on yourself. And
well, that's where passion lies. That's why.
Yeah.
At least I know for me, like that is by far 100%. Everything I do is about.
I was a teacher for 5 years. I mean, like I've coached girls varsity basketball, the only team to be undefeated in the state of California, 53-0. I mean, I'm just bragging. Hey,
just a quick drop.
I mean, girls, if you see me, holler at us, just typing that, Coach Lee. But, it was, I've always been like that. I've always wanted to help. Not to say that I'm Mr. Helpful, but I've always been willing to share a part of me with everyone else going, hey, this is what I've experienced. This might help.
Yeah. Or even just having a conversation with somebody can go a long way. It doesn't even necessarily have to come from your experience. Just kind of sitting down and being like, well, I can dissect what you have going on. Mm-hmm. Here's the solution. But something I've ran into with that is most people are not receptive to the solution. They don't want that. They want pity sometimes. And that's where I struggle is I can't give you pity.
Mo says it perfectly. He says, give yourself a couple of days to have that pity party, and then you have to get results into action. Like, what am I going to do next? What are my next steps? So you can allow yourself to feel that, whatever that might be. And sometimes it might take longer. I'm saying 2 days or whatever, but it could be longer. But give yourself not an infinite amount of time, but a definitive amount of time.
A grace period.
Yeah, and go, okay, I'm going to feel through this stuff, whatever it might be. And I'm not talking about death or anything like that, because that's more, when that happens, it's a whole different story. But other things that happen in life. And you have to give yourself like, oh, poor me. And then you go, okay, what are the next actions for myself? What can I control? And what can't I control? I'm going to worry about the things I can control and just do that. And the things I don't have any control over, I move from that.
Well, and it's even bigger than that, right? Because, you can focus on what you can control, but what are you going to do to fix that? So that's the action part that most people skip over.
Yeah.
They have the solutions.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the solution.
Absolutely. I don't, this is not me saying, but I wrote a small little book called Pick Up the Penny. And Pick Up the Penny is exactly that. It's putting yourself into action. And what it is that one day, the reason why I wrote this small little book, a self-help book about how to get into action, is because I had a penny on the floor that I walked by. Am I allowed to cuss? I mean, I feel like this is what I walk by every damn day. Like it's on the floor. And it bothered me I saw it. And it's a penny. Just like if there's a penny or a quarter, you just walk by. It doesn't matter how much it was, but it sat there for months. And I finally picked the damn thing up and put it in my pocket or whatever, put it somewhere. And I said, why did it take so long for me to get into action to pick up that penny? And the whole book is about pick up the penny. What is a penny in our lives that we're not picking up right now? Right? Is that not taking up the garbage when your wife asks you to, or not mowing the lawn? Or what is it that you're not wanting to be in action? Because once you start to address the why of that action, why you don't want to do it, then you start to have some self-exploration about who you actually are. So pick up the penny. I don't know if it's ever going to come out, you guys. I'm trying to finish the book. Maybe you can push me to fix it if we get some, hey, what is that like? Give it for free for a little bit and see if I can sell it. But I don't know. It's not even about selling it, but it's about people reading
Just
it.
finish it.
Yeah, just finish it. How about that? Yeah. But it's a good
Take
concept.
action on the book.
Take action. That's okay. All right. I got to take action. Pick up the pen. Because my friends read it. They're like, this is great. Did you finish it? I'm like, nope.
You got the free time right now.
I really do. You're right. I know you know. Damn, she knows too much.
Yeah, and I'm the friend that'll be like, hey, did you work on your book?
Yeah, I know. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to set an hour aside for my time. And also, too, well, I'm not going to put my boys' stuff out there like that. But you know who I'm talking? Mo? I want to read it. I know you're almost done. So anyway.
He's writing one, too.
He's got a dope book. And he's got a lot happening right now because the guy's not all over the place. He's really focused on, his therapy and opening up his business a lot more. And he's doing a great job. But yeah, he's good. I read a couple of, chapters of his book, and it's great. Everyone needs to read this. And it's funny, but it's from a therapy / therapist perspective of his own life, stories of him being little, and then growing up and then having actual therapy sessions about how to fix yourself. Pretty dope book.
So he needs to finish it, and then we need to talk about it.
I don't know if it's not finished, but it'd be great to have him come here and you can interview him and do a thing because he's got to see me. So, his girlfriend will probably be out here too as well, but he definitely, you're next,
Pull
Mo.
up another chair.
Oh yeah. He's dope. Fylisha, he's dope. The guy is, oh man, he's dope. Yeah. So anyway, but yes. And you also Darren's going to be here probably next month in February. So you can talk to him about what Darren does. He saves lives. He's in the helicopter. He runs what is called Reach Air Medical business, where if you're really messed up and they need to get you to a hospital fast, he runs this whole department of nurses and stuff like that. And they fly people in and out. So it's going to be some great stories.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Just let me know when.
Yeah, Darren, you're next too. Yeah, it's going to be February. But
okay.
And Mo should be out here pretty soon. So I've got 2 people.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
It'll be good conversation. And then we'll be able to use our 3 setup. And
absolutely. Oh, yeah, so that's right. I'll be right. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, so that's awesome. Yeah, so I love that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so I don't know. Is that a good point to like call it or no?
I don't know. Well, I do have one more question.
Please.
So how do you feel based on everything that we talk about, when somebody said, like, when you do something and you're doing it well, and somebody goes, must be nice. How do you feel about that? I've talked about this a few times on the podcast.
First time for me. When someone says must be nice, part of me, and I'll be blatantly honest, it really makes me mad because you don't know me well enough. Because when someone goes, if something happens and I did a movie, it must be nice to do a movie like $1 million horror feature or something like that. I'm like, the time and effort that I put in to try to get to that point, you didn't see me struggling when I was working for Spike Lee's casting director, crying myself to sleep, because they were so mean to me when I was working in La Cienega and Beverly Boulevard. You didn't see me when I was, the only guy who loved film and the theater program when I was at Davis. I mean, like, they don't, I would never say that to anybody. And so I would never say it must be nice because first off, it's thinking that I know someone well enough to know what their pain is. Like there's so much pain in this world, and I don't. Your pain is not any greater than mine. It's the same. What you can endure, what I can endure. I'm not better than you or anything like that. So it's like this thing where they consider you to be somewhat of elitist that you didn't have any struggles. I mean, like, I was abused with my dad. I mean, like, he beat me like silly. I mean, like, back in the day. But, like, you didn't see that stuff, me peeing on myself or something. I mean, things are crazy, Fylisha. Like, that's wild to me. I want to fight somebody. That's what I feel like. I'm seriously.
No, I feel exactly the same way. I feel like it's almost insulting because they act like you just were handed something when they don't even see the amount of work that was put behind it.
That's exactly right.
And it doesn't mean that they can't do it. It means that they're not putting in the reps to get to that point.
Absolutely. No, and we go back to one final thing. Be grateful. Put in those reps. And don't assume anything from anybody because everybody's carrying weight of the world on their shoulders.
Yes.
I know you, but I don't know you. And I don't know how much weight you carry between family history and other things you're going through. And guess what? Come from a place of love and not from a place of judgment. How about them apples right there? Because if I do that, I know I love you. I know that I don't ever want to disrespect you, and I want to respect you from a place of love, not going, oh, must be nice, oh, it's cool, that's how, stuff like that. And what? jealousy.
Yeah, it's such a
It's ugly.
yeah.
It's jealous.
It's the same when people say like the rich. I hate that term too. That's another one, very similar term. But like you're sitting here and you're comparing these people that you think are the rich just because they're wealthier than you doesn't mean that they don't pay their taxes. It doesn't mean that they don't pay their dues to even get to that point. Everything they've had, they've paid for by putting in work and all the reps to get to that point.
That's exact, and that's what a lot of people see. You know, I'll leave it. I'll say this based on what you just said. When I had a chance to work with Reach, when we went out to this podcast on Oahu, I saw the higher ups, gentleman by the name of Tom Wagner, and also Sean Russell, and Tom is up here. Sean's just right there. They both worked from the ground floor as EMTs, making $15 to $18 an hour. You see them, what they got and what they have, you know, and I think that, you know, Reach is probably worth like, you know, $90 to $100 million company, or maybe not more. And you look at Tom and what he has and stuff like that, but he's just a nice human. But he cut his teeth on the floor. He was helping people, intubating, stuff like that. He was in the EMTs. He was cleaning up poop and stuff like that. They've seen some gnarly stuff. I mean, one of them had to be there with someone was knee deep into a wood chipper, and they knew that he was going to bleed out, and they called his wife and said, you have to say goodbye to your husband because he's not going to make, when we pull him out, he's going to die. He's going to bleed out. That's the type of stuff, but that's not Mr. I'm CEO of the company, of a $100 million, $200 million company. Yeah. That's real stuff as an EMT when you're 20-something years old. So these, you know, so yeah, you can judge from afar about what people have, but like when you know their true story and you want to ask questions before you want to assume, there lies a difference.
It's better to be curious than judging.
Oh my goodness, that's
judgmental.
Great. That's a great shirt.
we should make that, huh?
It's very be curious than to be judgmental. That is, let's leave it at that. I mean, that's perfect.
I think that's a good way to end it.
That sums it up.
Sums it up.
Thank you for having me again.
Thank you. And I can't wait to record the next one on Friday.
That's going to be awesome. And you guys, you know what? You heard it here first. And this is Messy on Purpose.
That it is. Bye, guys.
Bye.